We go, probably, right? Okay, I'll call the meeting to order. This is the public meeting on the budget. The public hearing is called pursuant to the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Law. Notice of the meeting was sent to the Home News Tribune on March 26, 2015. In addition, the copies of the notice was posted on the bulletin board in the municipal building and filed in the office of the municipal clerk on the aforementioned date. Notices on the bulletin board have remained continuously posted.
Councilman Stolen?
Here.
Councilwoman Rhodes?
Here.
Councilman Seeley?
Here.
Councilman Ritchie?
Present.
Council President Lasacco?
Here.
Mayor Policino?
Present.
I'll turn over the presentation of the municipal budget to the mayor.
Thank you, Council President. Thank everybody for coming out tonight. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out tonight for the budget. We have a very good budget, I believe we put together. We have a increase in taxes of roughly $49 for the average homeowner, approximately $4.11 a month. We were one of the first budgets to we sent that budget to the state. We were one of the first budgets that the state got to look at, and they sent it back to us very quickly. So that is a very good sign for us. So we'll go through a little bit of what some of our costs are for the borough and where we are headed in 2015. So as you know, all of our borough officials that are here, all of our council members, I thank you. Pat DiStefano and Kim, her assistant, our CFO, Joe Zanga, our auditor, Jerry Stankiewicz, and our engineer, Bruce Koch. So for 2014, the current fund and the utility fund are two separate funds. The current fund is our everyday operational fund, and the utility is our water system. Yeah, that's better. Thanks. Thank you. So for 2014, you can see we were at $13,028,830. 2015, we're at $12,932,826. So we're pretty level to where we've been. Here's some of the major factors for the budget. We have a decrease in net valuations of $2.8 million, which is a loss for us. We have fixed increase in insurance costs of $35,000, which is our health benefits that are passed down from the state. As you can see, our pension went up $29,000. Our debt service payments are almost $56,000. We are very aggressively paying down debt. Some of the services that we are increasing in the budget is the PBA contract we settled in 2014 December. With the settlement of the contract, we're able to hire two new police officers. We are also purchasing 2 police SUVs in the budget, so we do not have to finance it over years and end up paying debt on it. And change in status of 1 sanitation worker from part-time to full-time. If you want to break the budget down a little bit, you could see we have anticipated surplus revenue about $1.1 million, miscellaneous revenues. Our state aid, it's been flat for the last about 4 or 5 years, about $700,000. We've got a uniform construction code, special items of revenues, receipts from delinquent taxes, amount to be raised by municipal purpose tax is $6.4 million, and amount to be raised for the library is separate, is $255,000. So as you see a tax bill, you will see that the library has a portion of it. Analysis for the 2015 budget anticipated on a 5-year trend. You can see Basically, our revenues, 9.6 million, 9.8, 9.8, 9.9, 9.9. So we're on a very steady base. For everyone to know, all of these slides are available at spotswoodborough.com. As soon as you click on the main page, you can get a copy of the slides too. And there might be some copies out still here. Our 5-year surplus analysis, we are at 15. We are looking at 1.6 million to be the surplus, utilized $1 million of it. So that's 70.3. The analysis of the 2015 budget, our appropriations, the general operating cost for the town, which is 75% of our budget, is 7.5 million. Deferred charges and statutory expenditures is 950,000. Capital improvements, 170,000. Debt service is 778,000, and reserve for uncollectible taxes of 560,000. This is a breakdown of the general operations. You can see by where we are using the money for our taxes, for government, land use, insurance, public safety, public works, health, human services, our rec department and the parks, landfill, utilities, construction code, federal, state, local grants. So the total general operations is just about 7.5 million. I went back. The analysis comparison on a 5-year trend. I think we went the wrong way. Okay, percentage of taxes collected by the Borough of Spotswood. You can see our collection rate was low in 2011 to 12 range, and we picked it up heavily 2013 and 2014. So that is a big help to us to be able to get the taxes from the residents. Amount to be raised by taxation for municipal purposes. You can see the chart. We're on a very slow trend going up. It's very difficult to put that trend going down unless we end up cutting services, which I don't want to do. So when I ran, my biggest thing was to stabilize taxes. So if we have minimal costs over the years for the health benefits and the pensions and for anything else that we're looking to improve, that's pretty good. The average municipal tax, you can see, went from 648 million, 647 million, 646, 750. Residential units dropped by 1 again. Now we're down to 2539. The assessed value of our house is 254,000. So if that is your house, your tax rate is 0.879 cents. Average residential taxes for the municipal side is $2,223.64, where we were $21.88 last year. So $49 more. You can see it's $12.47 quarterly, and as I said, $4.14 every month. The current fund, some future strategies of ours, is to analyze all current and potential shared service agreements to see if there's any cost savings that we can do. We're also looking to improve operational efficiencies, continue on long-term budget planning to stabilize property tax rates, actively pursue any and all grant opportunities for the borough, and to continue to increase services for borough residents with minimal tax impacts, as well as saying earlier. Now, we look at the water and sewer fund. So that's totally different from the general fund. We have some factors impacting that budget is increase in debt service of $100,000 because of Kane Avenue project that we had to do last year. The purchase of water increased from East Brunswick for the next 3 years as we do the we call upgrades on the Daniel Road plant. The cost savings realized by bringing water sewer maintenance in-house. Some increased services we're able to provide. We're planning for the future. The borough will hire one full-time skilled laborer dedicated solely to the water sewer utility to back up our 2 full-time operators. We will limit hiring of outside contractors by continuing to perform more services in-house. So far this year, we already had 19 water main breaks. Our DPW has been outstanding. They've been in the snow, they've been picking up garbage, they've been dealing with, I think we had at least 3 water main breaks during actual snowstorms. You know, so I feel very, very difficult that these guys, what they go through, and they only had to call in the contractor one time. And that was because we actually had 2 breaks going on, and I think it was snowing. Is that right, Tim? So that's a huge thing for them, so thank you, Public Works, for that. Water sewer utility revenues. You see our surplus in 2014 was 0. 2015, we're looking at 185,000. You have the rents of 2.882 million down to 2.75 million. Miscellaneous last year. So the revenues last year was 3 million, and you see it's 2.9 million this year. God bless you. The water sewer utility. This is a brief breakdown on the actual where the money goes to your water sewer. We have a debt service payment of 773,000, capital outlay of 50,000, capital work of 25,000. It cost us 533,000 to operate, to purchase the water that we use from East Brunswick every day. It cost us 340,000 for the year, and for sewage to the MCIA is 737,000. Some future strategies in the water department. We are already in the process of applying for a USDA grant to build another water tower to make much needed infrastructure repairs to the Red Bank area. The USDA grant allows for long-term funding with low interest financing. I believe it's a 40-year loan compared to our regular, we call it 10-year. So we can definitely do a lot more. Bid specs are currently being prepared to improvements for our Daniel Road water treatment plant and the additional interconnect from East Brunswick Water. Improvements will allow Spotswood to pump more water, so we are decreasing the dependency on East Brunswick, and this will also help the fire department out too. And that's it. Be happy to take, I believe Council President might take over from here. But thank you very much for your time.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion open to the public.
Stand by. Back to the,
Back.
First, we do our scenario.
Oh, yeah, the yellow page.
oh, yellow page.
Council President, this is the time fixed for the public hearing on the local municipal budget for the year 2015. The budget was approved on March 2nd, 2015 by the Borough Council. It was advertised by summary on March 26, 2015, together with the notice of the public hearing for this time. Printed copies of the adopted budget have been made available to the public during the past week, posted on the bulletin board, and supplied. There's a supply here this evening.
Okay, before opening this hearing, I wish to outline the procedure. Each person will be desiring to be heard will be come to the podium, give his or her name. All questions will be directed to me, and I'll refer them to members of the council or other officials as appropriate. Questions here must be confined solely to the municipal budget for 2015, and public hearing was advertised April 8th, 2015, council meeting before us. School and county matters will not are not proper subject at this hearing because we're only talking about the municipal budget. I'll entertain a motion to open the public.
Motion to open to the public?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. This is your portion. Come up and ask us questions about the budget, if you wish. Cheryl Bass. About the Spotswood budget.
Spotswood budgets. Cheryl Bass, 289 Main Street. On the slide, the water sewer utility appropriations, the debt service from 2014 to 2015 appears to be going up from 670,000 to 770,000. Now, that is with a low interest rate currently on the municipal bond market. The Federal Reserve chairwoman has said that she's anticipating slowly raising the rates, the interest rates. That would in turn affect our borrowing. This is a big increase, and if the interest rate goes up, then we'll have to even pay more in way of debt service for the water and sewer utility. What measures have been taken into account so that we can afford to pay for all these future increases?
Mr. Zanger?
Each year, every time an ordinance is approved by the council, we always look at what the debt service could be in the future. Obviously, we don't know what the interest rates would be every year. When we sell yearly notes, we seem to get a favorable rate. So right now, the plan is to pay off the notes as aggressively as we can and hopefully continue to get a favorable rate. So,
The biggest part of that increase, there was a water project done around this time last year of about $1 million.
Kane Avenue.
Kane Avenue.
Kane Avenue.
$110,000 in this budget for the first year's debt service on that project as well. That's the biggest reason for the increase. We're starting to pay back the project that was done a year ago and trying to finish the other projects as well. That really is the biggest reason for the increase.
How are we coming along with the water improvement for upgrading the entire system? Are we on track with what we're anticipating each year, the improvements to be?
I've heard this for the administration.
Yeah, go ahead. Benny, you want to answer?
Well, the mayor talked to that in the slide. The next area we're looking to make improvements to is the Red Bank Road area, and we are looking to apply for a USDA grant, which is low interest and long-term, 40 years.
Thank you, Cheryl. Anybody else willing to speak, wishing to speak? Mr. Kadation.
Good evening, Frank Cardation, 41 Kane Avenue. Overall, the budget seems to be reasonable. A couple of questions. In regard to the water utilities, we probably had some expenses that were not included in the budget last year. What happened to those expenses? Is that in the 15 budget, or did we absorb that in the 2014 budget?
What expenses are you talking about?
For instance, there
Water main breaks? Water main breaks?
Barbara Petrin, your
The CFO.
where the expenses we went for that? Is that in the budget? Where is
That's in
that?
14.
That was in
That was
last
in
year's budget.
14, and that was not the water sewer
Yeah,
budget. That was the current fund.
Oh,
It was a regular fund in 2014.
so we've already absorbed that? It's-
Correct.
Okay. Do we have any litigation pending in the coming budget, the suits, the 15? Any cases, any suits or anything like that going on?
There is one for the dam, which I believe, we had apprised the public when we hired professional services, an attorney to defend
What's
it.
can you give me a little background on that, about the dam? I'm not familiar with that.
During Hurricane Irene,
Right.
the DeVoe Lake, obviously, everything flooded.
Right.
But there were some residents in Old Bridge that have filed a suit against everyone who operates a dam in the county.
And we were one of them, I guess?
We're one of them.
Yep.
One of many.
Yes.
Where does that stand, that suit?
It's ongoing, so I really can't comment too
ongoing?
much
Okay.
on it.
Okay.
So,
We have an Oprah suit also pending, don't we?
that one is actually almost done.
Almost done? Okay.
We don't have anything against, for the First Aid building, did we bring any suits against FEMA or anyone for that, or no?
It's
That
not a
was a-
lawsuit,
that
but
was
there's a
not-
claim with
Just
FEMA.
claims.
Okay.
There's no lawsuit, so.
No, okay. All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you, Frank. Anybody else wishing to speak? Seeing none?
Make a motion to close the public portion? Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Actually, one comment that I had, Mr. Zanga, we spoke about this. It was the council's desire to freeze that one line item, leave it in the budget, but freeze it for spending, because we understand there's some issues with the future leadership of OEM, and that's got to be solved, so we just want to freeze that line item for spending until all that gets resolved. Okay. I announced that the budget will be adopted. The clerk, I guess, will leave.
The budget is Resolution 2015-64. Be it resolved by the Borough Council of the Borough of Spotswood, County of Middlesex, that the budget herein before set forth is hereby adopted and shall constitute an appropriation for the purposes stated in the sums therein set forth as appropriations and authorizations of the amount to be raised by taxation for municipal purposes is $6,492,312, and total revenues are $9,988,923.01. And we need to have a motion to accept the resolution.
Make a motion, we accept the resolution?
Second.
Councilman Stolen?
Yes.
Councilwoman Rhodes?
Yes.
Councilman Seeley?
Yes.
Councilman Ritchie?
Yes.
Council President Lisacco?
Yes. I'll take a motion, good? Take a motion to adjourn the public hearing.
Motion to adjourn the public hearing.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye. Thank you very much. We're going to have a caucus meeting, and then a regular meeting, and then
Party?
that's it.